Hey everyone, good morning, and welcome to an early morning edition of the Keto Comic. Today we're going to look over this video from Good Morning America, used under fair use, just in case any of the people from Good Morning America is out there listening on ABC, but talking about Weight Watchers and how keto is a primary reason why their stock has taken such a dip and their revenue. So we're going to watch it and kind of react to it. And got very interested in the story after I did the story on Keto Crotch, where I talked about how the magazines that ran that also had a 4-page paid advertisement spread from Weight Watchers, and how I thought that might have tied into the release of the Keto Crotch widespread phenomenon that doesn't really exist as a keto as a prime cause. But anyway, I thought we would just see what's going on with Weight Watchers and why that might have happened. Let's take a look.
In trouble, the company's stock dropping. Its CEO believes the popular keto diet.
Well, there you go. CEO's already admitted, yeah, keto is kicking our butt. Why? Because you have to pay monthly to do Weight Watchers to count points, essentially count calories. And you can go to meetings and all that good stuff, but you have to pay for that in addition to paying for your food. So why would people not want to pay extra money to do what's a lot easier on keto and a lot cheaper?
Maybe one of the reasons why. Kana Whitworth in LA with that story for us. Good morning, Kana.
Morning, Kana.
Hey, Robin, good morning. It seems it's like how people identify themselves now, right? Saying, I'm keto, and that food tribe mentality.
Yeah, I admit that that is a thing. People, it's kind of like, I hate to compare us to vegans, but it's kind of like the whole vegan thing you talk about. I always told people I was a vegan when I was a vegan. It was kind of like a badge of honor. I think keto's kind of becoming like that, but I don't think it'll last. I think eventually this will become a mainstream way of eating. It'll just be, I'm eating the normal American diet. I mean, that's a pipe dream of mine, but yeah, I see what they're saying there.
Has more and more people swearing off carbs and leaving behind Oprah's Weight Watchers.
Well, there's another thing. Oprah Winfrey owns 8% of Weight Watchers, so I'm sure that's why such a big stink's being made about an obscure diet company stock taking a little bit of a plummet.
I love bread.
Great, and it shows.
Losing big, but not in inches. Shares of the popular diet program plummeting more than 30%. One of the biggest losers, Weight Watchers spokesperson herself, Oprah, who owns almost 10% of the company.
Since I started Weight Watchers, I've lost over 40 pounds.
So what's behind the...
But see, Oprah has yo-yo. I love Oprah. I do. I've watched her show since I was a kid in the 80s, but her weight has been up and down, just because she's always prescribed to the low-fat, calorie-restricted way of eating, and her blood sugar goes up and down, and she falls off the wagon and binges, and then gains it all back, and then goes right back into that cycle. And yeah, I'm sure that's definitely why her weight is up and down. So she's not the best example of why Weight Watchers works. I mean, honestly, because she's been on Weight Watchers several times in her life, and she always gains the weight back. So she's not the best spokesman for that. I would really like her to look in. I mean, Dr. Oz, all those people that she associates with, Rachel Ray, they've all admitted keto is a great way to go. I wish she would do the same. But of course, she owns almost 10% of the stock in Weight Watchers. So probably not going to happen. It's always follow the money.
Plunge, the CEO herself pointing the finger at current diet crazes like the keto diet, which emphasizes low carbs and high fats. Right now, we have a keto surge. It's a meme. It's not like a company. People have keto donuts, adding, we have been through this before, and we know we are the program that works.
I think many of
That's why you have like a 40% fail rate with people continuing to go back in. That's why you sell the lifetime memberships, because people will fall off the wagon and have to come back because they're caught in that yo-yo dieting, and you kind of depend on that. Same with diets like Nutrisystem, Jenny Craig, Optavia, all those diets out there that are low-fat, calorie-restricted diets. They depend on the yo-yo dieting effect. And keto doesn't have that same thing. Keto's a lifestyle. Keto's a way of eating that doesn't require calorie counting. It just requires eating till you're full, and you stay full because you're eating the right things for your body. So yeah, it's having an effect.
These diet trends like keto, paleo, what they're doing for people is offering that promise, and it's a trend, and it's something that they can follow specifically. And I think
And Weight Watchers is not. You don't follow that point system religiously while you're in it. You also don't buy your processed snack foods while you're in there, your frozen pizzas and stuff like that. That's a thing that you follow religiously. All eating plans kind of are.
that's exactly what people are looking for. They're looking for a specific plan to follow with that promise. And I think there's always going to be a trend. If it's today, it's going to be a keto, tomorrow it's going to be something else.
Though there has been a decline.
No, keto has been around for a long time. Started way back in the 1920s when it was discovered that it could be used to treat people with epilepsy, and it's been through several evolutions, earliest being the Atkins diet. And it's been around. It's been around a long time. It's just in a different form now. We've learned that you need to cut the carbs even lower. So it's been around for a long time, and it's going to continue to be around.
U.S. News and World Report still ranks Weight Watchers #1 as the best commercial diet plan and
Yeah, commercial
weight
that you
loss
have to pay
diet.
for.
While the keto diet is among the lowest ranked diets overall. The public
Right, because keto doesn't feed into the industrial machine, the industrial commercial machine. You buy normal food from the grocery store and you lose weight. You don't have to go out and pay anything extra. You're not buying processed foods, especially if you're strict keto and not the dirtier keto. But even people on lazy and dirty keto, they still make a lot of their stuff from scratch. So yeah, it's cutting into profits. It's cutting into profits, and that scares people.
calling it fundamentally at odds with everything we know about long-term health.
Everything that was fed to us by that liar Ansel Keys, the misguided doctor who fudged and faked a study, who left out tons of data that got us onto the low-fat current food pyramid that we're on. It's totally at odds with that. You're right.
As for Weight Watchers, the CEO says the company isn't going to back down from its core mission. We are not going to change our DNA. We lived through this for 57 years, and we're not going to play a game we never have. We are going to be science-informed, and we are sustainable for the long term.
I believe Weight Watchers is going to bounce back from this decline because people really love what Weight Watchers is about. They're about
Weight Watchers has a brand, and people do like that brand. And I definitely see a lot of older Americans that like the social aspect of Weight Watchers sticking with them. I don't think they're going anywhere, but I think they're going to have to fight, and they may have to admit that perhaps putting a keto type plan in their system, you have a regular low fat point system, you have a keto point system, they may end up having to do something like that to draw in new people. So we'll see, but I don't see why you would want to do keto and then have to pay monthly to do it. But anyway, but that's just my idea.
community. They're about sharing. They've been there forever.
So Weight Watchers uses a point system. It's based on calories, sugar, fats, and protein. It allows users to focus on portion control and eat whatever they want, including bread, as long as they stay within their point allotment. And participants also
Yeah, it's old-fashioned calorie counting, which does work. On the short term, you will lose weight, but no one's going to count calories or points the rest of their life. I would much rather have something sustainable like keto, where I just know the types of foods that I can eat, and there's a wide variety in there. Keto is not a carbless diet. It is a low-carb diet where traditionally you stay 30 grams of total carbs or less per day, which does allow for lots of vegetables and low-sugar fruits in your diet, which is really all you need. It does cut out all the processed crap, but people like counting calories because they like to see how many calories of processed crap and fast food I can fit in. And that's why Weight Watchers will probably continue to be around.
to attend these weekly meetings as part of their support system. You guys, I wasn't able to find any information on the pregnancy peanut butter and jelly diet, which I seem to enjoy.
Oh, bless your heart. How are you doing? How's everything going?
All right, here they're just continuing to chit-chat among themselves. So Weight Watchers down 30% on Wall Street. Revenues were projected to be at something like 347 million, and they were only at 330 million. So definitely people learning to eat the right way, the natural way, keto, low carb, is starting to take its effect on Weight Watchers. But as you can see, it's kind of shrouded in the fact that they're under the low fat, you know, dimetric, and they've got Oprah associated with them, and she's a big proponent. So yeah, I mean, they're going to continue to be around, but I think it's cool that they actually came out and said keto was a big cause of it. All right, and I think that's why they also probably asked people to run that bogus story when they bought 4 pages of advertising. It's just an opinion. I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, but I mean, that's kind of obvious to me. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back soon with another video. Tracy Barkley, Keto Comic, out. And keep it keto, guys. Keep it keto.